If you're new to forex trading and you find MetaTrader 5 confusing or complex for you to use, then don't worry. In this video I'll be giving you a walkthrough of the MetaTrader 5 app. Alright, so first you start with downloading the app. When you come to your Play Store, you search for MetaTrader 5. If you don't have it installed, you can click on install, download it, and then open. Alright, when you download it and open it, you will need to create a demo account. Okay, so you can check out my video on creating a demo account on MetaTrader 5. I will not be doing that so that this video will not be too long. I'll leave the link in the description box, and also you can check this link up here to see that video. So once you create an account and you're able to log into the account, so you see something like this. All right, so this is showing that I have a demo account, and this is my account number, and this is the platform I'm trading on, which is MetaTrader 5, and then this is my balance. All right, so this app has 4 basic sections that you will always be walking through. First is this quote section, next is this chart section, next is the trade section, then the history section. These are the sections you'll be working with most frequently. The message section, you may not always go there. There you get messages on the news about the market and all that, but these 4 sections are the major sections that you need to trade with MetaTrader 5. And I will be explaining each section or each tab with every tool that is within it to help you master this very app. I also like you to know that in this menu here where you have account, you can access so many other things like that trade section, the news section, the mailbox, journal, settings. These are things you will also have opportunity to access, so I will touch on that also. So make sure you stick to the end to know all this. Okay, also at the end of the video I'll be showing you how you can add your real life account to this very demo account. When you click on the quotes tab, there you will have your currency pairs, which shows you the symbols. These are the symbols, this is the bid price, and this is the ask price. Okay, if you want to add any other currency pair to this very list, you use this plus sign here. So when you click on this plus sign, it will open up this folder, so you can either find the exact symbol you want to add. If you know any exact one you want to add, let's say I want to add gold. If I click on gold, you can see that the gold is under this metal stroke gold folder. So when I click on gold, it's added. All right, and that way is just to go back, get to each of the folders. Let's go to these forex major folders. So anyone you tap on is added. Okay, so now that list, forex major list, is empty, so we can go to forex minors, choose the ones you want. So this is just basically how you add more currency pairs. Okay, so you can take your time, go through them and see the ones you want to add and add them. You can check energy, commodities. In stocks, you can go through stocks, cryptos. Say we want Bitcoin, so you see under cryptos you have Bitcoin, you have Bitcoin Cash and all that, so you can select Bitcoin. Now when we go through here, we see that all the ones we added from the gold to GBP, JPY, all these ones, they are all here now. Bitcoin, it was the last we added, so that is what you do with this plus sign here. Okay, then this pencil sign is for you to either rearrange or delete some of these symbols you have here. So when I click on this, I have the option of adding more with the plus sign. Okay, I also have the option of deleting. So if I click on this bin button, I can select any one I want to delete. I choose one to delete. One is selected. When I delete, it's no longer there. Then another one is to rearrange these very symbols the way you like it. Let's say that I want gold to be on top of my list. From these very 3 horizontal lines here, I can drag this gold up to the top. So gold is now at the top. Let's say I want to bring this GBP USD up again. I drag it, so I put it below the gold. So here you can just arrange them based on your most traded pairs. When you come back to your list, your most traded pairs will be on top. From this quote, you can do many other things. When you tap on any currency pair, let's say I tap on GBP USD, it will bring the details that this is GBP USD, that is British pounds versus US dollar. Then it will give me the option to enter a new order. I can open a chart of GBP USD from here. Then it gives me opportunity to see other properties. So if I want to see the properties of this very currency pair, I can click on it to see the properties. So when I click on it here, you will see all the details of this currency pair. Okay, to know the depth of market, you can click on that market statistics. The present view mode we have here is the advanced view mode. So when you click on simple view mode, it becomes simpler this way. So you just see your symbol, you see your bid, you see your ask. Okay, if you want to reverse it also to the advanced view mode, you tap on it and go to advanced view mode. So here is the advanced view mode once again. So now we've seen what we can do with the quotes section. The next section you need to master is this chart section. So what you have here is what is called Japanese candlesticks. Okay, each of them tell you what price is doing per time, and there are 4 basic things they tell you. It tells you the opening price, it tells you the closing price, it tells you the highest price reached and the lowest price reached. Depending on where the market opens and where it closes, you can tell whether the candlestick is a bullish candle or a bearish candle. Like in this case, this is a bearish candle and this is a bullish candle. Okay, then let's go to these very tools up here. The first tool right here is called the crosshair. So when I click on the crosshair helps me to identify the properties of a single candlestick at a point in time. Like right now, when I select this very candlestick, this green candlestick, it's showing me the time it formed, the date and time it formed. I can use this crosshair also to check the price at every level. Let's say at this level I want to see the price at this level. Here is the price, 1.2507. Also with this very crosshair, you can check the distance between a certain price level and another price level. So what do? When I hold that very price level I want to get the distance, then I would drag it to the very price level. So now what details does it give to me? It tells me that I have 13 candlesticks in between these 2 times. Okay, the first candle is on this date and the second candle is on this date. So between these 2 days we have 13 candles formed in between them. Then we have about 252 pips in between them. That means the market has depreciated 256 pips starting from this very date to this very date. Okay, so I can still move it to check to another point. Let's see this very current price is showing me that we have 16 candlesticks between this and this current market price, and that it has depreciated 211 pips. If I want to remove it, I can just click back on the crosshair and it is gone. So that is for the crosshair. Then the next tool that we have here under this chart section is these indicators. When I click on that indicators, it opens the indicators for me. So here I can add indicators. So these are trend indicators like the popular moving average that almost everybody knows, the moving average, Bollinger Bands, parabolic SAR. These are the oscillators, the volumes, the Williams, depending on what you know best to use or what you've learned to use. So you can add anyone. Let's say I want to add a moving average. I can click on a moving average, put in the period, select whether it is a simple moving average, exponential, smoothed. So let's say simple moving average. I apply it to close. Then the style, you can make it thicker or lighter by using the pixel size. Maybe 1 pixel is very tiny, 2 pixels make it maybe larger. Then you can select the time frames you want it to appear. If you want it to appear in all time frames, or if you want it to appear in selected time frames, you can remove the ones you want or save changes. Then the color, you can select the color you want it. Unless I want it to be this color. When I click done, when I get back to my chart, the moving average is right there. So if I also want to add the Bollinger Bands, save, get back, this is the Bollinger Band. Let's say I want to add stochastic oscillator. When I click on that, save, see my stochastic oscillator is right here. So this is exactly how you add your indicators. And if you want to delete the indicators, you can just come back to that, then click on this bin button, select the ones you want to delete. Maybe I want to delete the moving average, then click on delete. It's deleted. Okay, if you want to delete the Bollinger Bands, you can also come back to this point, click on delete. Bollinger Bands is no longer there. That is exactly how you can add indicators. So the next is these periods, okay, showing you the time that each of these candlesticks represent. This is showing you that each of these candlesticks represent for 4 hours candle. I can change it to daily. When I click on daily, that means each of these candlesticks represents what happens per day. So this shows you what happens every 1 hour. So MetaTrader 5 presents us with many other time frames like 8 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours. So from the settings we can add and remove all that. Okay, so next is this button, which is the pending order button. When I click on it, there I can either set limit orders like sell limit. So this is a sell limit order. If I bring it below the price, it will turn to buy limit. So this is the current market price. If I bring it above, it's letting me set a sell limit order. So you can put in the stop loss, then put the take profits, drag it down. And that is one good thing about MetaTrader 5. You can just use your graphics and do all that. So then when you click on this arrow here, it takes you to where you will set your contrast size. You can set your contrast size maybe to 0.1. If you want to set the time you want it to expire, if the pending order is not triggered, you can just select either the day, or you put a specified day or a specified date. You can just select. If you want it today, that means at the end of today. If it is not triggered, it will automatically delete itself. Okay, when you're done, you can click place. Also, this button here, you can use this button to change the currency pairs. If you want to set a trade of another currency pair, you can use it to select the currency pair you want to set. So but we are working right with GBP USD. Okay, so when I click place, all right, so you can see that the order is placed. This is a sell limit, this is a stop loss, and this is the target. Okay, so if you want to delete it, you can just tap on it, then click delete. Okay, if you want to adjust this pending order, you can just tap on it, maybe take profit this way, then click on this arrow and modify. It's now modified. Okay, if you want to delete this order, maybe you feel that you don't want it to be there again and you don't want it to delete automatically based on the time you set, and you want to delete it, just click on it, come to delete, say delete order, then confirm it. Is deleted. All right, there are also other pending order types you can set still from this very pending order tab. When you click on it, you can still select a buy limit like I said. Then if you want a buy stop and sell stop, then you need to click on this place where you have written buy limit. So if I click on it, you see sell stop. If I want a buy stop, if I move it above the price, I have a buy stop. Okay, so with this I can set both my buy stop and my sell stop still from this place. Okay, another other type is sell stop limit and buy stop limit. So if I click on it, I have buy stop limit. So if I bring it down, I will have a sell stop limit. Okay, next is this very instant execution button. Okay, and I click on this, I get the opportunity to buy instantly or to sell instantly. All you need to do from here is select your contrast size. Once you select the contrast size you want, then you can either click a buy or a sell. So let me just illustrate. So if I want to sell, I click on sell. You see that instantly we have the sell order that is right here. So if I want this very buy and sell buttons to disappear, I'll just click on that same place again. It has disappeared. If I click on the trade, I will have the option to set my stop loss and my take profit. So if I click on stop loss, I can move my stop loss to the point that I want to. If I click on take profit, then I can bring my take profit maybe to this point. For instance, click at this arrow and modify. Right now we now have a stop loss and a take profit on this very trade. All right, so that is what you can do from this very trade button. The GBP USD is the currency pair that we have right here. So if I want the chart of other currency pairs, I will select the arrow by the side here. So with this arrow by the side of the currency pair, I can select chart of other currency pairs. Okay, so let's say I want the chart of gold. You see the chart of gold has appeared. Okay, so still from these very charts, you can use this sidebar to resize the chart, and that feature is that whenever you tap anywhere on the chart, you have this tool will show up. Here is the crosshair we talked about, so if I click on it, I get crosshair. Okay, so that we already know about that. This next one is settings. There are many things I can do from these settings. I can decide to change the type of chart, maybe change it to bar charts. So if I change it now, this now becomes a bar chart. It's no longer a candlesticks. Okay, you can change it to a line chart. So this is now a line chart. All right, so go back to settings. Let's return to our candlesticks. So this is now our candlesticks. All right, so still from the settings, you can do so many other things. You can choose to display your open, high, low, and close. This is OHLC. You can decide to display them when your crosshair moves. So if I select it and get back to my chart, you see that right below this gold you have these numbers. The first number is your open, next number is your high, low, and close. So whenever I move my crosshair to any candle, it shows me the price is open, the highest price, the lowest price, and the closing price. So still from the settings, you can do so many other things. You can show data window. That means that if I click on it, when I move my crosshair, it will be showing me details in those places. Then if you want to show volume, if I click on this, let's say if I say show volumes, you see the volumes right here. I can just say don't show volumes. All right, now remember we had a trade. While the trade is on, we are not seeing the sign that that trade is on. So if I get back and say show trade positions, you see that it's now showing again. That is how you can show your trade or not show it. If you don't want someone to know that you have a trade on, maybe you're doing a tutorial like this and you're using a real life account and you don't want anybody to see that your trade is on, but you still want to make use of this chart to illustrate something, all you need to do is just come here and select the show trade position, and you see you can do your tutorial without anybody knowing that you have a trade on or something like that. When you select this, you will see that your trade history will be showing on your chart. I don't usually like that sometimes because it shows like this. Look at these arrows. Okay, if you've had multiple trades, you'll be seeing so much arrows up and down on your chart, so I don't usually like that. So from the settings, I don't always want the trade history to show. Then show period separators. This one is if you want to be seeing the period separators, select it and see how it looks. Then one more thing that you can do on your settings is the color scheme. So when you click on the color scheme, I want it to be black on white. If I click save, now look at what my chart looks like right now. Okay, so if I return back and maybe change it to green on white, save, this is what my chart looks like. Color on white, save, this is what my chart looks like. All right, and that thing here is the objects tab. So when I click on this object here, I can add objects like arrow, horizontal lines and all that. So let's say I want a horizontal line. If I place it, this is how I can put my horizontal line. I can adjust it so long as these dots are showing on it. I can adjust it. Once the dots are gone, I can't adjust it anymore. If I want to delete the object, if I press on it, delete it with this button, duplicate it with this, that is duplicated. All right, so if I still want to duplicate again, I can click on this duplicate, is also duplicated. All right, then if I want to modify it, I can use this pencil and maybe change the thickness, maybe change the color, maybe to blue. Then if you also want to change the price level where it is at the point, you can change the price level. Let's say I want the price to come down to 30 something. You see where it is and how it has been modified. So if I want to move it, you can move it. All right, so let's delete. There are many other objects you can add. If you want to add more objects, come to this plus button here, click on it, then you can see more objects to add. Like let's say I want to add a rectangle. I want to add a rectangle here. Okay, so I can modify the rectangle by clicking on this pen. I want it to be filled, then I want the color to be maybe gray, not in on all time frames, but I can select the time frames I want it to show and the ones I don't want it to show, but I want it to be in all time frames, so I will leave it. Then save changes, click save. You can see the rectangle right now. The next is dual window button. So with this I can have two windows right on the same interface. So I can add a window. This first window is GBP USD. I can select, let's say I want oil. I can put oil here. Then change the time frame of the oil to maybe 1 hour. Alright. If you want to rearrange them, click on this, come to the dual window, then you can move this up and it has changed. If you want to tie them vertically, now it is tied horizontally, but if you want to tie them vertically, you see they are vertically tied. So if I want to tie them horizontally, I will tie them horizontally. Alright, so to delete the dual window, you can just select the one you want to delete. Unless I want to remove the oil, just say remove. So we get back to what we used to have. This is also showing indicators just like we saw before, so we can add and remove indicators. So I won't do that again because we've done it already. If you're using a small phone and you switch in auto rotate, when you rotate your phone and have your chart this way, a whole lot of features comes up. Number one is that you will have a wider view of the chart, okay, just like you're having it from your monitor, which gives you more access to what the market is doing, and you can analyze the market much more better. Then next, when you tap on it, you see time frames by your left, the other tools by your right, the pending order, the instant execution, the settings button. Now if you want to move from one currency pair to the other, you tap on this very dollar sign. That will now show currency pairs on this left side instead of the time frames that was shown there initially. And if you look at this point, you find out that what is now there is like a clock, is no longer like a dollar sign. So if I tap on it again, from there you can switch between time frames and the currency pairs that you want. Okay, other things are the indicators we talked about, the objects we talked about, the crosshair. Then this is the bar chart we talked about using from the settings. This is the candlestick, this is the line chart. So now that we are done with this, we need to check the next section, which is the trade section. So when you come to this trade section, there you see the trade. Like right now you see the trade that we once had. We're now making some profit. So here you see your balance, you see your equity. Your equity is your balance plus the profit you're making, whether it is a positive or a negative profit. Okay, so you see your margin, free margin, margin level. Let's see what we can do from this trade. So if you tap on this trade, you see your entry price, you see the current price, you see your stop loss, you see your take profit. They are all there. So if I want to manually close this trade right now, let's say if I want to modify this trade from here, not from the chart, then if I tap on it, I'll see options to close, modify, place a new order, look at the chart, or take a bulk action on the trade. I can click on modify, then manually change stop loss or take profit depending on where I want it to be. Let's say I want to change the stop loss now and reduce it to maybe 400. The stop loss is modified. Okay, then if I want to close the order, I click on it, then close order. So it will ask me to close order with profit. So if I want to close it with this whole profit, I will click close with profit. Okay, then everything will go. But if I want to close partially, okay, you can close partially by reducing the lot size. As I'm reducing the lot size, like now I've reduced it to half, 0.05, is now telling me that what I am closing is 2.9. So this is a partial way to close profit. So when I click on this now, you see that I've closed my order partially. I now have 0.05 instead of the 0.1 I had initially. So I have done partial closure. Okay, now the profit has been added to my balance. So my balance is now 502 instead of 490 something that it was before. I still have this one going on. So I've done what is called a partial closing of order. So if I want to close everything totally, I can still click here again, click on close. So now this bulk operation is necessary when you have multiple trades ongoing. So when you have multiple trades ongoing, you can take a bulk action and it will ask you to close all positions. So with that, you can close all the positions, whether they are in loss or whether they are on profit. Then you can close all the positions that are profitable. So when you click on this close profitable positions, every position that are on profit will close, but the ones that are on losses will not close. Then when you click on close sell positions, every position that is sell position will close and every buy position will remain. When you click on close all GBP positions, because GBP is the one on now, so if I take any of these actions, it will happen to every of the trade that I had on. Like I said, it is used on when you have multiple positions. All right, let me just close. So now I close. So I no longer have any trade on right now. My equity, balance, free margin, everything is the same now because I no longer have any trade on. So this up and down arrow is used to rearrange symbols when you have multiple trades on. So if I click on order, it will show me according to the time I had the orders placed, time according to the time I had them placed. When they are on, you will see them. If I use profit, then it will arrange them based on which one is more profitable, and the ones that are losing, everything will be arranged from top to bottom. If I click on symbols, it will arrange all the positions I had based on their symbols, but I don't have positions now. I just need to show us this. Then this very button is where you can place a new order from the trade section. Okay, just like we did from the chart section, here you can place any order from the trade section. You can select the currencies you want to place from here. Okay, you see gold has changed, it is now gold. Let's say GBP card is now GBP card. All right, so from here you can change all that. Okay, then here you can select market execution, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. You can choose the order type that you want to place from here. Then here is your contract size that you're selecting from there. Here you can place your stop loss and take profit. Then you can place your buy or sell. So that is what you can do from this very button here. All right, now we are done with this trade session. Next is your history tab. Good. So in this history tab, you see positions showing me my deposit that I deposited $500, showing me my profit, the deposit, the swap, the commission, the balance, everything. It shows me how the trade went, and if you click on the trade, you will see the details about the trade. Then you come to orders. These were the orders I had. GBP sell limits, how they were filled, and the ones that were cancelled. This is the total: 3 filled, 1 cancelled. Then the deals, here are the deals. Then you can arrange your history based on currency pairs. So the only currency pair I've traded right now is GBP USD. That is why you're seeing only. But if you have other currency pairs you've traded, by clicking on them, they show you the history based on that currency pair that you've traded or that symbol you've traded. Okay, so that is what you can do from this button. Then this button, you can select your history based on the deals, types, volume, profit, time it was placed, so you can rearrange your history based on that. Then this very button is for you to customize your history. This history showing me what has happened today. You can select what has happened the last 1 week. You can select what has happened the last 1 month. You can also select what has happened the last 3 months. Then you can customize it to very specific time that you want to check what has happened. So these are the things you can do from your history. Then you can also check, when you tap on each of your history, you can go to charts and you can go to trade. So if I go to charts, it opens charts. If I also go to trade, it shows me the trade button. So you can do all that from your history. Okay, I will not bug you with the message session. Now let me show you a few more things. When you come to this menu button, you can go to the trades from here, just like we did before. Okay, we are now in the trades. Then from there you can get to the news. This is where you have the news. Okay, so if you want to bookmark the news, you can bookmark the news. Is bookmarked so that whenever you come, you can get to it. Then if you want to get to the previous news, use this button. You get the previous news. You can see that this Indian news has been bookmarked. These ones have been read, these ones are still unread, so I can still open any other one. You see the news. All right, and if I want to delete the news, I can use this delete button, delete them one by one or select all. So these are all the news, 1024 of them. If I click on delete, they are gone. But if I don't want to delete them, if I click on here again, they are unselected, so I can choose to select delete the ones I want. Click delete, gone. Right, the next is the journal. Everything you're doing on your account is being registered here, so you can search the journal with this, filter it by typing the currency or the very specific information you want. You can type it and filter the information and you will get whatever you want. Let's say GBP USD, so it will show me everything pertaining to GBP USD. Okay, now if you want to write the broker based on any foul play you think you're sensing, when you click on this, you can write the broker. You say describe the problem in the most detailed way, use at least 20 characters. You can just describe your problem. When you're done, you can send the message. Okay, the next is filtering your journal based on dates. This is showing for today. If I've done anything previously, to show a kind of a calendar, then I can select the dates. So if I want to refresh my journal, I click on this and the journal will be refreshed. So next is the settings. We can select the advanced mode not to be the default. You see that it's no longer the default. If I click on it again, it becomes the default. Sometimes you place a trade and you hear sound, pam. If you don't want that sound to always show, if you don't like that sound, then remove this sound. So when you place a trade, you will no longer hear that sound, pam. Then if you want a one-time password generator, you can use this OTP. If I don't want the news to always come, I can unselect it. If you want to change the language of your interface, if you don't want it to be in English, you can put them in different languages. Portuguese, put any language you want for the system. If I put it in Portuguese, let's see. You see that all the news I have, everything I have right now is now in Portuguese. Configura quais. I don't even know how to read Portuguese, but this is just what I've seen. Everything is now in Portuguese. Let's see my quotes. Quotes is showing Kotaco. My chart is now showing Graphicos. My history is showing Historical. I'm just trying to learn Portuguese. All right, okay, so let's try another language for some of my friends in Indonesia. So let's try Indonesia. Everything here is now Indonesian. The quotes, chart, trade, history is now showing as Riwayat. Look for your language. You don't need to know English for you to use MetaTrader 5. Okay, I'm taking it back to the system language, which is English. Another thing you may need is user guide. If you don't understand some things on MetaTrader 5, you can just use that user guide and go through some things to read about certain things like the quotes, getting started, learning how to, just learning things about the MetaTrader. Okay, so that you can also get from the user guide. The last thing I promised you I was going to show you is how to add multiple accounts to your MetaTrader 5. So to do that, just click on manage accounts. So here you have this plus button. Click on the plus button, type in the broker you want. You can have multiple brokers. Let's say I have an account with FXTM. Search FXTM, then it brings up FXTM. Then I will click on FXTM, put in my account number, put in my password, select the server, whether FXTM live 1 or live 01 or live 02. Then I will click login. So there I will have my account logged in. If I have account with, say, Blueberry Markets, so if I click on Blueberry Markets, then there I can either open a real life account with Blueberry right from this very interface, or open a demo account. So I can choose to either open a Blueberry Market or a demo account, new ones right from here, or to log into existing ones. Okay, so that is how you can add multiple accounts to your MetaTrader 5 app. A few more things that you can do from here is this: using this button, You can change your master password to your account. You can change your investor password. You can clear saved password so that it is no longer saved, and whenever you're logging in you have to put in your password. Then you can delete your account. If I click on delete, this account will be deleted. Next, if you want to enable a notification on this very account, when I type on the bell icon, then you will see option to enable. Click on enable and that is enabled. All right, if you want to log into this account on another device using QR code, just tap on this very icon here. All right, so you have this QR code show up, so it's a connect from another device. So with this QR code, you can just use your another phone, snap this QR code. Once you scan it, you can log in into this your account automatically. So it says scan this QR code to connect to the account from another device. So with this QR code, you can connect to another device. Wow, this is the longest video I have ever made, but I have to do this so that anyone that watches this video will have no reason to doubt his or her ability to use MetaTrader 5 anymore. MetaTrader 5 is not complex, it's so easy to use. If you enjoyed the video, share this video with someone else that may need it. Thank you for watching. Ensure you subscribe to my channel and trade profitably.